everyone, this is Mrs. Kumuda Mayur from Engineering Mathematics Tutorials channel. I request everyone please do subscribe to our channel, view our videos, and to get notifications please press bell icon. In this session we are going to study about Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form. In the last class, in the last video, we learnt about the same Cauchy-Riemann equation whereas in a Cartesian form. So let me start the class without wasting much time. So the statement is like that: if a complex valued function f of z is equal to f of r comma e to the power I theta, we know that z is equal to r into e to the power I theta. That also can be written as in polar form u of r comma theta plus iv of r comma theta is analytic at a point z. Then there exist four partial derivatives such as del u by del r, del u by del theta, del v by del r and del v by del theta, and satisfy the equations called del u by del r is equal to 1 by r, del v by del theta and del v by del r is equal to negative minus 1 by r del u by del theta. So this is called CR equation, or also called as Cauchy-Riemann equation. So let us start with a proof. So you must understand here, I am just going to consider f of z is an analytic at a point z. So what is the, according to us, what is the definition of f dash of z? We have already studied this. F dash of z is equal to limit del z tends to 0 of f of z plus del z minus f of z divided by del z. This is the basic definition of f dash of z is equal to limit del z tends to 0 f of z plus del z minus f of z divided by del z. It is exist and it's unique. So also I would like to write it here. We are considering z as r into e to the power I theta. By using this definition, I am going to derive this theorem. I would also tell you that this can also write it as u of r comma theta plus iv of r comma theta. You must understand one more basic concepts over here. Del z is the increment of del z. Del r is the increment of r. Del theta is the increment of theta, as it is del z is the increment of z. This is one of the most important concept that also you should realize it. So let us go for the definition. Let me erase this. I have just defined this function in form of r comma theta, whereas r and theta defines the polar form. F dash of z is equal to limit del z tends to 0 u of r plus del r. It is the increment of r comma theta plus del theta. Del theta is the increment of theta plus iv of r plus del r comma theta plus del theta minus of u of r comma theta plus iv of r comma theta. You can recall that z is equal to x plus iy, which is there in the Cartesian form. When it comes to polar form, you are going to write in the form of r and theta. So now further let me just separate real part one side and an imaginary part in the other side. So this is the red marked one is the real part and the black double line is the imaginary part. Observe very carefully now. I am just going to write this as f dash of z limit del z tends to 0 of u of r plus del r comma theta plus del theta. This is the real part of first term. When it comes to second term, minus u of r comma theta. So this I will close it here, divided by del z. Similarly, now let me write the imaginary part. So plus I'll write as it is limit del z tends to 0 of, see here is the imaginary part, v of r plus del r comma theta plus del theta plus I have already taken out V of r comma theta. Now the whole divided by del z. So let me write the del z over here. So this is the simplified form of the previous step. I have just segregate imaginary part one side and the real part in the other side. This is very important. That is why I am keeping this as equation number 1. So as all of you could notice that we have already done this step even for the Cartesian form. So we have done the same procedure for the Cartesian form. I am just keeping this equation back one step ahead as limit z del z tends to 0, u of r plus del r comma theta plus del theta minus u of r comma theta, which is there in the polar form. Don't forget that, whole divided by del z and plus I limit del z tends to 0 is equal to v of r plus del r comma theta plus del theta minus v of r comma theta divided by del z. So this equation number, which plays a major role in the Cartesian form, we have considered two cases. In such a way, here also we are going to consider two cases. You could observe in my last video, in the two cases I have considered del x as 0 in the first case and del y as 0 in the next case. In such a way, here also we have del r and as well as del theta. For the case 1, I am just going to consider, del theta is equal to 0. So when it comes to del theta is equal to 0, you all must understand that here I have explained that del z is increment of z, del theta is increment of theta, del r is the increment of r. So now when we consider del theta equal to 0, we can say as del z tends to 0, even del r also tends to 0. You should not forget this. So we all know that when we come to the del z function, so we have considered z is equal to r into e to the power I theta. So when we simplify this, we are going to get a del z as e to the power I theta into del z plus I into r into e to the power of I theta into del theta. So now when it comes to del r and del theta, this equation plays a major role. So from this equation, I can say that when we consider del theta as 0, what about del z? So del z will become only this part, that is e to the power I theta into del r. Dear all students, you must understand that this also plays a major role. That is why I have just mentioned in the start. If you forget to derive this, ensure that you will stuck here. In this step you will stuck. So before you are going to proceed for the next, first you should be thorough with this. I am nothing doing here. I have considered the standard function z is equal to r into e to the power I theta. I am just differentiating partially with respect to r and theta. That's it. Nothing else. So further, we can substitute this back to equation number 1. Here is the equation number 1. Observe very carefully what I am going to do it right now. So f dash of z is equal to limit del z tends to 0. I have already told you that if it is del z tends to 0, ensure that you can also write it as del r tends to 0. So del r tends to 0, u of, observe r plus del r, I will write as it is, comma, we here, when it comes to here, we should understand that del theta I have considered as 0, so that only theta will be left out. Hope you understood. I'll just close this, minus u of r comma theta divided by, in place of del z what I can write it? Yes, you are right, you can write this function as del theta is 0. I am just going to write only this function, that is called e to the power I theta into del r. Further, let me continue over here for the imaginary part. I limit del r tends to 0. Here v of r plus del r comma theta minus v of r comma theta whole divided by del z. I can write only this part, e to the power I theta into del r. The last step plays a really major role to go for the next step. You can observe that you must know the basic definition of partial derivatives. So this directly I will write it as here. Look at the cloud, what I am going to do it. Observe only the clouded portion. I'll observe only the red mark. Limit del r. This is exactly the definition of a partial derivative. So this I am just going to write it over here. F dash of z 1 divided by e to the power I theta is common. So let me take it 1 divided by e to the power I theta as it is. This is exactly the basic definition of a partial derivative of function del u by del r. Del u by del r. Similarly, here also plus I as it is, 1 divided by e to the power I theta as it is. This is the exact definition of del v by del r. This is a very important final step. Let me consider this as equation number 2. So this is the end of the case 1. For the end of the case 1, at the end of the case 1, I have received it as f dash of z is equal to 1 divided by e to the power of I theta del u by del r plus I into 1 divided by e to the power I theta into del v by del r. This is the final step of the case 1. Let us move forward the case 2. What I am going to do it, observe only the changes. So del theta I have considered as 0. Instead of del theta I am considering del r as 0. This is case 2. Got it? So since del z tends to 0, instead of del r, I am going to make it as del theta as 0. That's it. Okay. Now, when it comes to del z function, this is a star one. I have already told you that I am nothing doing here. I am just considering z is equal to r into e to the power I theta. When I differentiating that, I am going to get it as e to the power I theta del r plus I into r to r into e to the power I theta into del theta. As del r is 0, this part del z will become, del z is equal to I r e to the power I theta into del theta. That's it. The rest of the things remains same. Observe here, instead of del plus r plus del r, what it will come? As del r is 0, it will become r comma theta plus del theta. That's all. The remaining part is as it is, but whereas here f dash of z, when we consider this, where is in place of del z, we should write this as I r e to the power I theta into del theta. Got it? Only you must understand the changes, that's it. So it will be very easier for all of you to understand the second case. Here what I have to do, as del r is equal to 0, this is the second case we consider. Here I am just going to change from r plus del r into r comma theta plus del theta. The rest of the things will carry forward as it is, whereas when it comes to del z, here I should change. Here I should change what we got it for, del z, I into r into e to the power of I theta into del theta. This is what we got it. Observe very carefully once again here. I am just going to cut this I and I. Look at the red part. Observe carefully. Similarly for the second term, observe carefully. Yes, only the red portion if you observe, this is exactly the definition, partial derivative of del u by del theta. So further I can write that as, look at here, I am going to write it now in this box. F dash of z is equal to, observe, 1 divided by I r e to the power I theta. I will write as it is. This is the definition, partial derivative of del u by del theta. Got it? Then further, when it comes to here, I and I got cancelled. I will write just plus as it is. 1 divided by, observe, r into e to the power I theta into what is left out. This is exactly the basic definition, partial derivative of del v by del theta. This 1 by I is there, no? Got it? This we can write it as f dash of z is equal to, in the last video I have already told you 1 by I can be written as minus I divided by r into e to the power I theta del u by del theta plus 1 by r e to the power I theta into del v by del theta. This is once again very important last line of the case 2. Let me keep this as equation 2 and equation 3. Dear students, please observe only the equation number 2 and 3. Observe LHS of both the equation 2 and 3. It is f dash of z. If you have doubt, you can observe. Very keen observation is very important here. Now, as the LHS of equation 2 and 3 say, let us compare equation 2 and 3. What happens if we compare equation, I'll just short it down with EQN 2 and 3. What we are equating? Equating or comparing only the RHS as the LHS is same. What happens? Let us write the RHS of equation number 2 and 3. 1 divided by e to the power I theta del u by del r plus I into 1 divided by e to the power I theta del v by del r is equal to, observe the final step, minus I to del u by del theta, here divided by r into e to the power I theta plus 1 divided by r into e to the power I theta del v by del theta. Hope there is no doubt in this step. Now what I will do, I am just going to say this is the real part. Similarly, this is the real part. Let me consider only the real parts. What happens? I can write this as 1 divided by e to the power I theta del u by del r is equal to 1 divided by r into e to the power I theta del v by del theta. Hope by this time you must understand what is the next step. So here, observe very carefully what is common in both LHS and RHS. If you observe 1 divided by e to the power I theta is common on both the sides. So let me cut down 1 by e to the power I theta, 1 by e to the power I theta. What is left out? You are lefting out with, yes, del u by del r is equal to 1 by r del v by del theta. And this I left it blank for my sake. Similarly, when you consider the left out part, you can observe here 1 by e to the power I theta, 1 by e to the power I theta we can cut. I and I can be cut. So what will be left out? You are left out with. Observe. I cut it. E to the power I theta, cut it. So you are left out with only del v by del r is equal to, this negative plays a major role, don't forget this negative, minus 1 by r into del u by del theta. So let me write that here. Intentionally I left this blank. That gives you del v by del r is equal to minus 1 by r into del u by del theta. Now you can write this as ur is equal to 1 by r into v theta and vr is equal to minus 1 by r u theta. Similarly, we can also write further r into ur is equal to v theta and r into vr is equal to u theta. All these things are same. This is what we need for CR equation. This is satisfy the CR equation in polar form. So this is the end of this derivation. So as the derivation says that if f of z is equal to f of r into e to the power I theta is equal to u of r comma theta plus iv of r comma theta is analytic at a point z, then there exist 4 partial derivatives. We have found del u by del r, del u by del theta, del v by del r, del v by del theta, and also satisfy this equation. You can observe del u by del r is equal to 1 by r into del v by del theta and del v by del r is equal to minus 1 by r del u by del theta. This says about CR equation in polar form. Hope everybody understood this theorem very clearly. If you need notes or if you have any doubts, please you are free to ask me. Just only thing you have to do it is leave me a mail to my inbox. My email ID is mentioned in the description box. Please do subscribe to my channel and view all my videos. Thank you everyone.